Chapter 1. A New City. Emily moved to a big city with big dreams. She wanted to be an artist. The city was loud and it was always busy. Emily felt small, but excited. On her first day, Emily walked around her new neighborhood. She saw tall buildings and many people. So different from home, she thought. Emily missed her small town, but she wanted to make art. She visited an art store. Inside, everything was colorful and full of possibility. "Can I help you?" asked the store owner, Mr. Lee, with a kind smile. "I'm an artist. Well, I want to be. I'm new here," Emily said, feeling a bit shy. "Welcome. The city needs more artists. Don't give up, even when it's hard," Mr. Lee encouraged her. Emily smiled, feeling a bit better. "Thank you. I won't. I'm here to follow my dream," she said with determination. As she left the store, Emily felt a mix of fear and excitement. The city was big, but her dreams were bigger. She was ready to try, no matter what. That night, Emily looked out of her small apartment window. The city lights shined brightly. "I will make it here," she whispered to herself. "I will become an artist." And with that thought, Emily felt less alone. The city, with all its challenges, was now her new home. She was ready for the adventure to begin. Chapter 2. A Strange Key. One sunny morning, Emily decided to explore the city. As she walked, she looked at the ground and saw something shiny. It was a key, old and pretty. "Wow, what's this?" Emily said, picking it up. She looked around, but no one was there. "Whose key is this? What does it open?" she wondered. She carried the key with her all day, thinking about it. "Maybe it's a key to a secret place," she thought with a smile. The key was special. She felt it. Later at the coffee shop, Emily met Anna, someone from her art class. "Hey, Emily, what's that?" Anna asked, pointing at the key. "I found this key today. It's a mystery." "I don't know what it opens," Emily replied, showing Anna the key. Anna looked at it closely. "It's so pretty. Maybe it's an old house or a secret room somewhere in the city," Anna suggested, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Yeah, I wish I could find out. It feels like the start of an adventure," Emily said, more excited now. "Maybe you should keep it with you. It might lead you to something amazing," Anna encouraged her. Emily nodded. "Yes, I think I'll do that. Who knows what I might discover." For the rest of the day, Emily couldn't stop thinking about the key. "I'll find out what you open, little key," she whispered to it, feeling like her adventure in the big city was truly beginning. Chapter 3. The Hidden Door. Emily woke up feeling excited. "Today, I will find out what you open," she said to the key. She put it in her pocket and left her apartment. As she walked through the city, she noticed an old, narrow street she had never seen before. "Let's see where this goes," she thought. At the end of the street, Emily found an old door hidden by vines. Could this be it? She wondered. She took out the key, and it fit perfectly. The door creaked open. Inside was a dusty room filled with art supplies and paintings. "Wow, this is amazing!" Emily exclaimed. She saw a note on the table. "Dear Emily, this room belonged to your great-aunt, who was also an artist. She wanted you to have it. Create beautiful art here. Love your family." Emily couldn't believe it. "My own art room in the city," she said out loud, happy tears in her eyes. Just then, an older man walked by the open door. "What's this? Who are you?" he asked, surprised. "I'm Emily. I just found out this room is mine. My great-aunt left it to me," she explained, showing him the key and note. The man smiled. "I knew your great-aunt. She was a wonderful artist. You have her eyes," he said. "My name is Mr. Parker. I take care of this building." "Nice to meet you, Mr. Parker. I'm so happy to find this place. I can't wait to start making art here," Emily said, her heart full of joy. "Well, if you need anything, I'm around." "Welcome to the neighborhood, Emily. Your great-aunt would be proud." Mr. Parker said, leaving her to her new secret room. Emily looked around, imagining all the art she would create. "This is where my dreams come true," she whispered, ready to start her new adventure. And so, Emily's journey as an artist began in her secret room, a gift from the past and a promise of her future. Chapter 4. A New Dream. The next day, Emily woke up early, excited to start working in her new art room. "Today is the day I start my dream project," she thought. She went to the room with her art supplies. The room was quiet, and sunlight came through the window. It was perfect. Emily began to paint, and hours passed like minutes. One day, while painting, she heard a knock on the door. "Come in," Emily said, curious. A young man stepped in. "Hi, I'm Ethan. I saw you going in and out of this room. Are you an artist?" he asked, looking around at the paintings. "Yes, I am. I'm Emily. This room was left to me by my great-aunt," she explained, smiling. Ethan was amazed. "Your work is incredible. This city needs to see it. Can I help you?" "Maybe we can organize a small show right here," he suggested, excited. Emily was surprised but happy. "Really? Do you think people would come?" she asked, a bit unsure. "Of course. Your art deserves an audience. Let's do it together." "What do you say?" Ethan said, offering his hand. Emily shook his hand, smiling. "Yes, let's do it. Thank you, Ethan. I'd love the help." For the next few weeks, Emily and Ethan worked hard. They cleaned the room and prepared the paintings. Emily created new pieces, and Ethan helped set everything up. He also told his friends and put up notices in the neighborhood about the upcoming art show. While working, Emily felt grateful. "Ethan, I can't thank you enough. You've made this possible," she said one day. Ethan smiled. "I believe in your art, Emily. This is just the beginning. You'll see." Emily's heart was full of hope. She was doing what she loved, and now, with Ethan's help, she would share it with others. Her new dream was becoming a reality. And as the day of the show approached, Emily realized that not only was she creating art, but she was also making a friend. Together, they were turning the old room into a place of creativity and friendship. Chapter 5. Help Comes. One morning, while Emily was painting, Ethan rushed into the room, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "Emily, I have great news," he exclaimed. Emily cleaned her brush and turned to him, curious. "What's the news, Ethan?" she asked, smiling. "I talked to my friend who loves art, and he wants to see your work. And I put up flyers about the art show. People are talking about it," Ethan said, barely catching his breath. Emily felt a rush of happiness. "Really? That's amazing, Ethan. Thank you so much. I never thought this would happen," she said, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. Ethan smiled warmly. "I told you, your art is special. And that's not all. I've got us some help. Some friends will come over to help us set up the room for the show," he explained, checking his phone for messages. Just then, there was a knock on the door. Emily opened it to find a small group of people, young and old, smiling back at her. "Hi, Emily. We're here to help. Ethan told us about your art show," one of them said, a lady with bright eyes and a kind smile. Emily was touched. "Wow, thank you all for coming. I'm Emily. Welcome to my art room," she greeted them, stepping aside to let them in. Together, they worked throughout the day. They hung paintings, arranged lights, and set up a small area for guests. The room transformed into a beautiful gallery, full of life and color. As they worked, Emily talked to everyone, sharing stories about her paintings and her great-aunt's secret room. "This one is my favorite. It reminds me of home," she told a young girl who was helping her arrange the paintings. Ethan watched Emily, proud of her. "See? People love your art, and they love the story behind it," he said, putting up the last painting. Emily looked around the room, now ready for the show. "I can't believe this is happening. Thank you, Ethan, and thank you everyone for your help. This means the world to me," she said, her voice full of gratitude. The helpers gathered around Emily, clapping and cheering. "We can't wait for the show, Emily. We'll be here, cheering you on," the lady with the kind smile said, and everyone agreed. Ethan put his arm around Emily's shoulder. "You're not alone, Emily. You have us now. Together we'll make this art show a success," he said, smiling. Emily felt a warmth in her heart. She had found friends in this big city, and together, they had created something beautiful. The secret room was no longer just her place. It had become a place for everyone to share their love for art. And with that, Emily knew no matter what happened at the art show, she had already succeeded. She had brought people together through her art, and that was a dream come true. Chapter 6. Sharing Art. The day of the art show arrived. Emily and Ethan woke up early, filled with excitement and a little bit of nervousness. "Today's the day, Ethan. I hope people like it," Emily said, looking at all the art they had set up in the room. Ethan smiled confidently. "They will, Emily. Your art is amazing. And look at what we've done together. This room has never looked better," he reassured her. As the afternoon turned into evening, guests began to arrive. The room quickly filled with people, all eager to see Emily's art. "Wow, look at all these people," Emily whispered to Ethan, amazed. A woman approached Emily, her eyes shining with admiration. "Excuse me, are you the artist? Your paintings are beautiful. The colors, the emotions, they're just breathtaking," she said, genuinely impressed. Emily blushed, feeling proud and happy. "Thank you so much. Yes, I'm Emily. I'm glad you like them. This one here is my favorite," she said, leading the woman to a painting of a sunset. Meanwhile, Ethan was talking to a group of young people. "And over here, we have Emily's interpretation of the city skyline. Notice how she uses light to bring the buildings to life," he explained, pointing to another piece. As the evening went on, more and more people complimented Emily's work. Friends, neighbors, and even strangers shared their appreciation and admiration for her talent. The room buzzed with conversations about art, dreams, and creativity. At one point, Emily and Ethan stood together, watching the room filled with happy guests. "Ethan, look at this. I can't believe it. My art is bringing all these people together," Emily said, her voice filled with emotion. Ethan looked at her, proud and smiling. "I told you, Emily, you've done something great. This is just the beginning," he said, putting an arm around her. Towards the end of the evening, Emily stood in front of the guests to thank them for coming. "I want to say thank you to all of you for being here tonight. This room was a secret gift from my great aunt, and with Ethan's help, we've turned it into a place where we can share our love for art. I hope it continues to be a special place for all of us," Emily said, her voice strong and clear. The guests applauded, and Ethan cheered the loudest. "To Emily and her art!" he shouted, and everyone joined in, raising their glasses. As the night came to a close, Emily felt a sense of accomplishment and belonging. She had not only shared her art, but had also created a community space where artists and art lovers could come together. Ethan and Emily cleaned up, tired but happy. "We did it, Emily. You did it," Ethan said, hugging her. Emily smiled, looking around the room one last time before turning off the lights. "We did it together, Ethan, and yes, we really did it," she said, feeling proud and grateful. As they locked the door behind them, Emily knew that this art show was just the start of something bigger. She had made her dream come true, and with friends like Ethan by her side, she was ready for whatever came next. The chapter concludes Emily's journey from finding a secret room to hosting a successful art show, emphasizing the power of community, friendship, and following one's dreams. On the story, Emily's Secret Discovery is written at an A2 English level, suitable for elementary learners who have some understanding of the language but are still developing their vocabulary and grammatical structures. Here are the reasons and examples illustrating why this story fits the A2 level. 1. Simple present tense. The narrative primarily uses the simple present tense, which is appropriate for A2 level learners, making the story easier to follow. For example, Emily moves to a big city, and Ethan finds out about Emily are straightforward and use basic verb forms. 2. Common vocabulary. The story employs commonly used words and phrases, making it accessible to elementary learners. For instance, words like artist, paintings, gallery, and phrases like wake up early, filled with excitement, and look at all these people are familiar to A2 learners. 3. Simple sentences. The sentences are short and simple, avoiding complex structures that might confuse beginners. For example, Emily felt small but excited, and she visited an art store. Use basic subject-verb-object patterns. 4. Direct dialogues. The dialogues are straightforward and use simple language, reflecting everyday conversations that A2 learners can understand and relate to. For instance, "Can I help you?" and "Yes, I am. I'm Emily." Demonstrate clear, direct exchanges without idiomatic expressions or slang. 5. Repetition of key vocabulary and concepts. The story repeats certain words and ideas, such as art, painting, and art show, reinforcing the vocabulary and themes for learners. Repetition is a helpful strategy for language acquisition at the A2 level. 6. Use of basic adjectives and adverbs. The descriptive language in the story is elementary, using basic adjectives and adverbs to convey emotions and settings, such as big city, happy tears, excited, and proudly. These words enhance comprehension without overwhelming the reader with complex descriptions. 7. Conjunctions and linking words. The narrative uses simple conjunctions and linking words like and, but, and so to connect ideas and sentences, which are within the grasp of A2 learners. For example, Emily and Ethan worked hard, and she was ready to try no matter what. Illustrate how these connectors are used to create coherence in the text. By maintaining a focus on basic grammatical structures, commonly used vocabulary, and straightforward dialogues, the story is crafted to engage A2-level English learners effectively, supporting their language development while keeping them engaged with an interesting narrative. Here are 10 words or phrases from the story, Emily's Secret Discovery, that will help English beginners, along with their meanings and examples from both the story and daily life. 1. Moved, to move, meaning to go from one place to another. Story example: Emily moved to a big city with big dreams. Daily life example: we moved to a new house last month. 2. Dreams, dream, meaning hopes or aspirations for the future. Story example: she wanted to be an artist. The city was loud and it was always busy. Emily felt small but excited. Daily life example: my dream is to travel around the world. 3. Art store, meaning a shop where art supplies are sold. Story example: she visited an art store. Daily life example: I need to buy some paintbrushes from the art store. 4. Encouraged, to encourage, meaning to give support or confidence, to motivate. Story example: don't give up even when it's hard, Mr. Lee encouraged her. Daily life example: my teacher encouraged me to participate in the science fair. 5. Excited, to be excited, meaning feeling very enthusiastic and eager about something. Story example: Emily and Ethan woke up early, filled with excitement. Daily life example: I'm so excited about my birthday party next week. 6. Paintings, painting, meaning artistic works created using paint. Story example: inside was a dusty room filled with art supplies and paintings. Daily life example: we hung 3 new paintings in our living room. 7. Guests, guest, meaning people who are invited to visit or stay in someone's home or at an event. Story example: as the afternoon turned into evening, guests began to arrive. Daily life example: we're having guests over for dinner tonight. 8. Proud, to be proud, meaning feeling pleased and satisfied about something you own or have done. Story example: Emily blushed, feeling proud and happy. Daily life, example. I'm proud of myself for finishing the marathon. 9. Show to show, meaning to display or present something for others to see. Story example. Maybe we can organize a small show right here, he suggested, excited. Daily life, example. Let me show you the photos from our trip. 10. Art show, meaning an event where artworks are displayed for the public to view. Story example. People are talking about the art show, Ethan said, barely catching his breath. Daily life, example. There's an art show downtown this weekend that I really want to check out. These words and phrases are common in everyday English and can be useful for beginners to learn and use in a variety of contexts, helping them improve their language skills while engaging with stories and daily interactions. The story. Emily's secret discovery teaches us important things we can use in life. Here are 3 lessons with examples. 1. Going after dreams brings new chances. Emily wants to be an artist, so she moves to a big city. It's hard, but she keeps trying. Finding a secret room helps her make art. Example. Finding a key and discovering the secret art room shows us that following dreams can lead to great things. Emily says, "My own art room, in the city." This makes her very happy. 2. Friends and working together are important. Emily feels alone in the city at first, but then she meets Ethan and others who help her. They make the secret room a place to show art. Example. Ethan wants to help Emily show her art. Friends come to help too. This shows having friends and working together is good. Emily thanks Ethan and says, "You've made this possible." 3. Keep trying. Even when it's hard. Emily faces problems trying to be an artist in a new city, but she does not give up. This helps her grow and become better. Example. Even though the city is big and scary, Emily does not stop trying to make her art. She finds the secret room and plans an art show. This teaches us to keep trying, even when things are tough. These lessons from Emily's secret discovery tell us to follow our dreams, how good friends and working together can help, and why it's important to keep trying, even when things get hard. This story and voiceover have been provided by English Made Easy. Learn through stories. Copying or re-uploading are strictly prohibited.